So last week we touched on a very important aspect of our being. We touched on culture. You know, in primary school we learned about culture. We said culture is a way of life. Everything that has become a part of our lives forms part of culture. And so culture is a way of life. If you are fond of littering the environment, it means it has become part of your culture. If you have the habit of cleaning your space where you live, where you work, it becomes your culture too. But you know, a lot of us are limited in our scope of culture. We think culture is all about drumming and dancing or maybe acting. Culture is more attitudinal. And that is why last week we looked at how to use our cultural values to protect our environment. A week later, we have embarked on the national cleanup exercises, and this follows the recent floods in parts of the country. To me, this is very, very commendable. But it shouldn't be an event. We like celebrating events. We like showing up for events than growing habits that will change our society. I think we like being reactive than being proactive in this country. This cleanup exercise must continue. We have the sanitation day. How well do we uphold this day? The culture of being responsible and law-abiding must continue, even after this cleanup exercise. And this is why I'm glad that the Ghana Tourism Authority is about to launch an initiative in this regard. They call it the Clean the Beaches campaign. Clean the Beaches campaign. And it is themed the Blue Ghana Initiative, protecting our beaches, preserving our future. And I read that as part of the campaign, the GTA will be organizing the cleanup exercises, and I'm sure they'll be using people in the creative and tourism industry, influencers, and other well-meaning Ghanaians to do this. I think it's also another commendable initiative. Cultivating that culture is one that we should all be happy about, because you see, nobody would want to visit dirty beaches. Nobody would want to go to a country that is dirty, that has choked gutters and stinking environment. Nobody would want to do that. So kudos to the GTA for this idea. However, I have a few suggestions. Organizing creatives to clean the beaches or other people who are willing to do that is a good start, and I would want to be part of it. It is something that can help inspire others to also follow suit and clean the environment. Beaches are a very, very important aspect of our tourism ecosystem. And so, after we have hatched the idea of using our own individuals, creatives, influencers, celebrities to do this or to embark on this campaign, we need to think ahead. In fact, we need to think about what will happen later. Because we can't always mobilize creatives and celebrities maybe every week or every 2 weeks or every month to go clean. We can't always be doing that. But I know there are people who are responsible to take care of sanitation. And that is why I think this goes beyond the GTA. GTA is doing its bit. GTA is making sure that they start to conscientize people. Maybe use these creatives to drum home the message of sanitation. But the law enforcement agencies, the rights assembly authorities who are supposed to make sure the environment is clean, should do their work and enforce the laws. You see that video that surfaced last week, the La Boma video, beach video, which showed a lot of filth in the sea. It wasn't as though the rubbish was at the beach. The filth you saw in that video, the filth was as a result of all the rubbish people have dumped into other water bodies in the environment behind their houses. These debris washed into the sea. And so beyond we going to the beaches to clean them in our individual homes, in our shops, in our offices, we need to keep everywhere clean so we don't leave rubbish everywhere so they just get washed into the big sea. I'm honestly happy with GTA and what they're doing, but the bigger problem is steeped in indiscipline on the part of the ordinary Ghanaian, and the fact that our leaders have also proven to be weak and ineffective in enforcing the laws. And for the fear of losing elections, our leaders are cowed. They are cowed into silence. They can't crack the whip. Everybody doesn't want to be voted out of power, and so they can't even make sure the right things are done. You travel to Rwanda and you are happy. Oh, beautiful city. Kigali is beautiful. Rwanda is beautiful. You go to Singapore and you want to go there again and again and again. Why can't we also keep our country and our city clean? Thank you, Mami Fuawajeto, for this initiative, but we call on the government to be resolute in this fight against indiscipline in this regard. This is something that is dear to our heart. There is a reason we voted you to power. Use your power. Whoever has ears,